Hey guys, welcome back. Ash Kendra here, 34 Media. Great to see you all again. Today we're going to be talking about what it takes to get prepared for a hike and a photo shoot. So I want to run through how I plan for a trip, how I plan my photography, how I plan my gear. Rightio, let's get this thing started and we'll see you shortly. Gear wise, so what I do, I've got stuff here that's for safety, comfort, and technical stuff. So obviously bag super comfortable. The only one tip I will say is make sure you get a back entry pocket. Don't get ones that open up on the front side. Great pair of boots, safety wise, super important. I can definitely vouch for Denner. They're amazing boots. Make sure they've got Vibram and got a good sole. These are waterproof as well and less than 200 bucks Australian. You cannot go wrong. Clothing wise, shoot over here. I've got a waterproof jacket from Stormtech, sun UV protection pants and top. I've got all my tooling, my amazing three-legged thing, Albert tripod, lighting and cameras. You can see here I've got 3, 4 lights there. They're all waterproof, up same about 10 meters. Down to the cameras, I've got the 1DS Mark II, the M50. It's got the U-Rig Lanzi cage on it with the custom battery grips, battery extender, and there's my headlamp there with the Claris as well. Down here, we've got our gear, peak capture clip, the three-legged thing, LE peak design, so I can put that straight into the peak capture clip. My tooling for my camera stuff, batteries, GoPro 7, my road interview when it's really windy, I can use that. Lenses, you want a telephoto and you want a wide. Now I don't have a telephoto for the 1DS, that's still looking into, but I've got a 28 to 80 here. I've got the 55 to 200 EFM mount. I've got an EFS 10 to 18 that goes onto the M50, and I've got the beautiful, amazing Sigma 16mm, which goes straight onto the M50. That's my go-to lens. I use that 90% of the time. Brilliant. Backup memory cards, cleaning gear, hat, gloves, beanie because it's cold, it's winter. And then we've seen the tools. That's pretty much the gear, guys. Go over here before you go. Always make sure the day before you've got everything charging. I've got my two 1DS batteries charging, my Claris batteries. Now they're the ones that go into the custom battery grips setup. My Claris headlamp, which is like 3200 lumens and it was only like 120 bucks. Brilliant. And then my spare battery for my Canon film camera. Now, one of my main apps that I use when I'm out shooting is the Photopills app. If you haven't used it before, make sure you definitely go and get it. I think it costs like 8 or 9 bucks or something. Worth every penny, amazing tool to help me out. Now I'm just doing a screenshot, so I'll be able to put this up on the screen. You'll see this up here somewhere. I'll chuck it if I get it right. So Photopills, I'll just open it up. And you've got amazing things. You've got the planner, and that's where I spend a bit of time. So I've got a spot here that I've already marked, and it's basically just a drag and the drop. You just come in, you can zoom in, just like a normal app, to your location, or you can drop a pin and put that to your location. And then I'm going to drop my pin right here. That way I can check. I've got to my time, Wednesday morning, 6:26 in the morning. I know it's going to be sunrise. So when that sun comes up, I know where the light is. I've got a rough idea where the mountains are, where I'm going to be shooting. I'm looking at a waterfall tomorrow. So I can check my pin and that'll give me all my locations. It'll also give me my moon and my angles. I can set up my angles for my distances and what angle I need to have on my camera. And that's also here. You can see on the screen. I've got the camera in there, the M50. I've got 16mm, which is the Sigma lens, and I've got 5 meters from a distance, landscape, and then I've got my angle of elevation, which by using the black pin, which you can see here, that then shows you where you're shooting and if you're going to be able to capture everything in. So you can pre-plan pretty much your whole shoot without even being in the location. You know where the sun's going to be, so you know what time of the day to go. If you're looking for a certain place, then you know when the sun's going to be hitting that, either in the morning or the afternoon. You know exactly what angle the sun's going to be on, all that sort of stuff. It's a brilliant, brilliant tool. And the same said for if you're doing Milky Way or star shots, this can do exactly the same thing. And it's also got night AR, and that's brilliant for doing Milky Way shots or star shots, because you can see here in my night AR, if I just got to move my phone and I want to look for the Milky Way, and it's going to show up in my screen exactly where I'm looking up into the night sky, and I can see the galactic center is right up there now. So that is amazing, and just a brilliant tool. You can check the moon, all the moon movements and stuff like that. It's got everything in it. The sun, you can do exposure. One of the good things I use all the time, you can set up star trails. It can help you out with that. Meteor showers, but spot stars. You can put in your lens angle. So say 16 mil for the, it'll give me, actually, sorry, I'll go back in. You'll see the 35 millimeter conversion, which is 25.8. So it automatically tells you what that is. Come out of there. You can put in the aperture. So whatever aperture you're going to use, it can give you that. So if you're doing night shots out in the stars, you can go to, say, f1.4, which you can see there. And then it's going to give me my MPF rule, which is 4.78 seconds, and then the classic 500 rule. So that's 19 seconds. So it's pretty darn amazing bit of tooling. You really can't beat it. That way you're going to get a good shot. It's going to do all the calculations for you, and I use the MPF rule more often than I use the 500, and it's pretty darn good. And it's taken in the sensor amount for my camera, whatever camera you set up, and it's got pretty much every camera you can imagine in there. So don't worry about that. So very good tool. Right, from there, I will also then go to one called Clear Skies. Now, what that does is that gives me your cloud. Now, the biggest thing I found early on was I had supposed to be clear nights, done all the stuff on Photopills, awesome, but I get there in this frigging cloud and I'd have to turn around and come home because the cloud's blocking the stars or whatever. So that was terrible. Photo Ripper got me onto this one. Gavin Hardcastle. I watched one of his shows. He's awesome. So what I'd use now is the current location. So it'll bring me, use your GPS in your phone to tell you where you are. And you can then see here all my clouds. So what it does, it has total clouds, low clouds, medium cloud, high clouds. So that's your low, medium, high clouds. Now, if you're looking for a sunrise or a sunset and you want that glow over the clouds, you want a bit of high cloud, because what it'll do is that sun will go down and then it's got the gap. There's no low cloud to block it, which is like your rain clouds. That's all low. And then the sun will bounce up, hit that, and then reflect. So, and you get that beautiful orange over everywhere. So that's your high cloud. So you can sort of pick even your sunrise and sunsets using this. Now tonight it's showing all zeros across the board, and I can go through into the morning, and I know it's Wednesday morning. I'm going first thing in the morning. There's a little bit of low cloud first up in the morning, anywhere up to 100% up to lunchtime. So that's good. I'm going to have some clouds in the background, low level. So those panoramic shots of the mountains and the waterfalls and everything else, I'm not just going to have a flat blue sky. So this tool here is now helping me set up my pictures. So that's amazing. So definitely go check that one out. That's awesome. You can lock your locations in and have a set. I've got a few ones here that I've already got locked in. So you can go use the GPS, get your current location, and then make that a proper location where you are and lock it in. So that's pretty cool. So that's called Clear Outside. Very cool. And then just use your normal weather apps for your rain stuff. And there's another one, Windy, as well. That gives you a good sort of chart of wind conditions. So you can go to your current location and you can see if there's wind or rain or how windy it is. So if you're looking, if you want a still shot, you can see if there's going to be wind blowing, how windy it is. If you're at the beach or something like that, use your apps. It's definitely good. But those three are probably the ones I use the most. Clear Outside, Photopills, and Windy. Awesome. Okay, guys, rightio. So we're going to get in Google Maps now and check out how I get my walking print. I've got my measurements on here, where I want to go. It's got my distance I need to walk. I can plan around it. It's a backup plan. So if I'm out there, I can't get lost. I know where to go. I can see if there's anything I have to worry about ahead of me before I get there. Safety. Can't preach it enough. Let's get into it. So I'm in here in Google Maps, and you can see this is where I'm going to start my walk from here, and then if you right click on it, you can come down here, you'll see measure distance, and that's we want to start there, so we'll have that as a start point, and this is where I want to go to. So straight away I can see that's 3.59 k's. That is my plan. So let's zoom into that. Rightio, we can see through this little mountain range, this walk, and this is what I'm looking at. That's pretty darn cool. I think you'll agree. Now my hope is that the water, we've had a bit of rain coming and going, that this water's going to be running off that escarpment down into here, and this could possibly be a waterfall, which I think could be awesome and a great photo shooting up that way. These two levels should be very, very cool. So from here I should be able to just click on that. I know how far that distance is. So from where I'm going to walk straight through on the flat, if I want to walk all the way up to the top of that hill, that's going to be from 3.6 k's to 4.13 k's, which is an awesome tool because you know exactly how far it is. Now that's also going to help when I'm just going to put my glasses on. That's also going to help if you're trying to work out your photo shots and stuff like that. So all this you can do on Google Maps to help you plan that photo shoot. So super, super important tool. Okay, if we come back out, well, we know where that is, so I'm going to swing that round. Now, I noticed the other day when I was planning this area here looks pretty funky in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag that one round to here. We'll put another one in there, and another one to there, and another one to here. Now, I can see there that it's 7.5 k's, but as my plan B, and this is a plan B, if that first one doesn't work out and it's not really good where it is, I know that I can walk around the corner and go to here. It's a couple extra k's, yeah, but I can see here all this broken cliff levels. It's got greenery. It's going to possibly have water in there, so there's so many options in there that could be cool. And also around here as well, there could be a lot of different things. Now, the other good thing with Google Maps is if you hold down your command on an apple, you can spin it around. You can also see your angles of your dangles. So you can see here, I can see here that that's all part of that mountain that sort of looks like it's fallen away. So as well as I can see what is there, I can see what possible dangers are there as well. So that's really, really important. Always check around. I can go right down here. So I can see the angles there of how high up that mountain range is. I know if I wanted to walk over it, it's going to be a tough walk up hills. I know that country and what ground it's going to be, so I know exactly what I'm in for. If something's to go wrong and I need to come back or come a different way, I then have escape plans as well, worst case. But you've got to have your options, and all this is free on Google Maps, and you can pretty much see. Now we're out in the middle of the desert. There's nothing else out here. So if Google Maps can give me all this information, I'm sure wherever you are in the world, you can definitely plan out your trip with all these tools. It's pretty darn amazing. And I'm hopeful from all this pre-planning, I can get an amazing couple of photos to show you guys in the video that I make out of this. Anyway, I hope that all helps. I hope you enjoyed that, seeing what to take on a walk, how to plan your trip out, how to be safe about it, and what tools are available to help you get the best photo possible and to have a lovely, enjoyable hike wherever you are and wherever you plan to go. Okie doke, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you all in the video of this, and you'll see how good we did and how good those photos were. Let's hope it all works out. Normally plan Bs are my forte. I'll see you in the next video, and stay safe. Peace.